Hi, Tom here from Augment Automotive. Quick video just to show you how to load a map file to your AugTronic ECU. So if we've sent you a base map or made some modifications to a map file for you, this will show you just how to load that into the ECU. So you're going to need to use our 3D Tuner software. You can get this from the support section of our website, so augmentautomotive.co.uk/support. If you scroll down, software, and you can find some download links to 3D Tuner. You're probably going to want the latest version, which is 1.3. So you hit that download link, you'll get a zip file. I'll download onto your PC, and I've just downloaded it here. So there it is. And you just want to extract that zip file into a folder, which is what I've done here. Just double click that, and you'll get access to all the files and folders within 3D Tuner. To actually run 3D Tuner, you need to double click the exe file, which is the one here with the little serial cable icon. But actually, before you go and do that, the one thing you need to do is place the map file into the EEPROM folder. So if you double click on EEPROM here, you'll see you've probably got an autosaves folder, which is actually where you'll find every time you connect to the ECU, it creates a copy of the map for you, just in case something goes wrong. But any kind of map you want to load in, you've just got to put it in the main EEPROM folder. So in this case, we've got a 944 Turbo base map for 55-pound injectors and 3 bar. So anything under here is going to come up in the load menu of your 3D Tuner. So we'll just go back in, and then we're going to load the program. So we want to double click that. I'm going to run it window just for this demo. Just hit play. Once that's loaded up, set that. Right, so here we are in 3D Tuner. Just going to close these dials down because we're not going to need those. At this point, you need to have connected and either paired if you're using Bluetooth or connected to the ECU via USB, so you've got a COM port. There's a manual on our website, just here, so where are we? Serial connection manual, so that'll show you how to connect via USB or Bluetooth. So you need to have done that first. And once you've done that, you'll get a COM port. In this case, we've got COM4, so I'm just going to hit COM4. And that's going to then connect to the ECU, and it's going to ask us if you want to load the config from that ECU, and we'll click yes in this instance. So there we go, we get the current ECU. This one's running on our simulator, so we can move the engine speed around and whatever for testing. Let's close these dials again. Right, so this has got a map on it at the moment. It's probably a turbo map, yeah, so it's a 944 turbo map. We're going to load in this new map. So you'll notice when you've got a healthy connection to the ECU, this is flashing away here, so that just tells you that you've got a good connection. And to load a file, what you want to do is file. You've actually noticed you've got two options. You've got two types of AugTronic file for loading maps. One is what we call an AugEE file, which is a raw binary file, and one is an AugML file. That is more of an XML type text file that allows you to edit the config in a text editor. So if you just go back into the folder, you can just double check what type of file we've sent you. So this one's an AugML. So we're going to find that under load AugML. If you're not sure, just hit that one. There's no EE files in there, so that one doesn't even show you any options. So we're going to hit that one. And that's given us a load file map with the file that we placed into the folder. So we're just going to click that, and it will bring up the string here of the name and hit load. So at this point, it's just loaded in that map. You see it slightly changed on the window there. So at this point, although the map file's in the ECU, it isn't permanent, so we actually need to force the ECU to save that to its non-volatile memory. So we just need to go communications, set EEPROM. So we're going to hit that. You might notice the little flashing icon. Pause for a second while it does that. And that should be it. At the moment it doesn't give you any feedback, but if you hit that button and it carries on flashing after maybe a slight pause, then you're good. So just close that down and you should be good to go. If you're worried that it's not in there, you can just quickly close 3D Tuner and reopen it and just see if the map file's changed. In future revisions, we're just going to have some feedback here that just gives you some indication that it's gone over successfully, but as long as you hit that button and the menu disappears, you're good to go. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching.